Wow, I can't believe you're not mad. I mean, I thought you'd want to kill me.
The series finale of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends really does something that I've never seen on any show ever, and that's shoehorning in as many references as humanly possible. And you would think such a thing would be really annoying or stimulating, but honestly, I loved it. I think they did a really good job at tastefully inputting a bunch of different things. Whether it's old characters making a sudden return, old plot lines being brought up out of nowhere, or even just the tiniest references in the background, this show does not hesitate to try to throw as much as humanly possible, and I can't help but wonder if they got every episode in this. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. There's 78, so maybe 78 references, question mark? So let's dive into the awesome and incomparable finale that Foster's Home put together, Goodbye to Blue.
Dear Ed, never will I forget how, right before I left, you gave me your life savings.
I did?
Immediately, the whole first episode is a reference, which is surprising. It's Blue waiting for Mac to come home so he doesn't have to be adopted. A concept that was introduced to us in the very first episode, and something that really strings together the series. It's also the main plot of this episode too, which I think was a really smart idea. And if I missed anything that you guys might have caught, please comment below, because this stuff is going so quickly, I don't even know if I can find it all. Mr. Herriman brings in this family that is supposedly looking for an imaginary friend that's blue, circular, and has no feet. So, wonder who that is. He takes them up to Wilt, Eduardo, Coco, and Blue's room, obviously, for what we think is Blue. Blue's hesitating because he's screwed, pretty much. We see the toy box from Destination Imagination where they jump in and the entire world is there. That's kind of cool. They end up taking home a completely different imaginary friend that just looks like Blue, and it's so funny that that's the joke. We learn that Mac is actually, in fact, moving, and that's why he's not there today. He told Mr. Herriman over the phone, so we just assume that Blue is screwed and he's living here forever.
Since he showed the proper forethought to telephone and explained his situation, I decided to, as the kids say, let it slide. In any case, Master Mac shall be back tomorrow.
But Mac is just heading out. Wilt makes the point that if Blue is just yelling at him, that would make a really depressing last day for him. So Blue's like, okay, fine, I'll give him the best day ever. And that's essentially the whole concept of the final episode.
Do you want his last memory to be of you yelling at him?
You're right, Wilt. Yelling won't do any good. I'm gonna have to kill him.
He says he's gonna kill him, but brings out a paddle ball, which I think is hilarious. I count the paddle ball as a reference, by the way, because it reminds me of the bowling episode when they introduced that new hobby of his, and I don't know, that was just so funny. We get Terrence, which doesn't seem like a reference, but he actually hasn't been in like 2 seasons. We get Mac's apartment one last time. I'm just happy they crammed this into the episode as well. Some of these jokes are so funny that it like almost bothers me because the last season was really not that great, and then yet every other line is a hilarious joke. It almost like doesn't set itself up for positivity.
Oh, Mac. I really wish we had taken more photos together.
So when Mac gets there, there's no miscommunication. They both acknowledge that he's gonna move, and they just want to have fun in this last day. And yeah, it's pretty bittersweet. I don't know why we're not crying, but Blue's acting really weird about it. This must be some kind of joke, because I've never heard them say the word kill so many times in a cartoon. Like, this is literally the 6th time.
Kill you? Please! You obviously don't know your bestest friend in the whole wide world at all. I'll kill him, and then he can't move away because he'll be dead. And I'll visit him every day at his grave. Aha! This ought to do the job!
So Max starts hanging out with everybody in the house except for Blue, starting with Wilt. He's basically like, I want to do all the things I've never done before, which happen to have not been with Blue. Oh my gosh. So Blue finds himself waiting for Mac while he's doing all these awesome things, and I feel bad for Blue, but then again, he's always talking about killing Mac, so I don't know why we're even feeling bad.
Triple overtime! Quintuple overtime!
Another reference, we got the scoreboard from Good Will Hunting, the best special ever from season 4. That's kind of cool. They even referenced the crazy monster from the pilot episode that took Mac originally, and that's actually a really cool callback. This is when I was like, okay, it's clear the creator knows exactly what he's doing with shoving these in here. Blue's also trying to find the perfect thing to say on Mac's goodbye card, which is actually kind of cute. I don't know why, it's just a really genuine thing he's trying to do.
This is perfect. I'll think of something totally hilarious to write, and every time Mac looks at it, he'll laugh and remember I'm the funniest guy he ever met.
I count this as a reference, but he jumps on top of Mac's head in the kitchen, and he hasn't done this in forever. It reminds me of the original pose from the opening theme song. So yeah, fight with me in the comments. Madam Foster offers Mac cookies that she made, and can't have sugar, 1, from the party episode in season 2, and then 2nd, the cookie episode where they're selling all the cookies, and Mac even mentions it.
You mean the cookies you only make once a year? I remember when we were selling them, they smelled amazing.
Except poor Mac here can't have any because he can't have sugar.
She guides him on how to eat the cookies, and it brings back some of that really slow, awkward comedy that I always like from the show. Like, the timing they work with is so good.
Each and every bite. Slower. Slower. Now another bite. Smaller.
He finds Mac later with Coco, spending quality time, trying to get their picture painted by this artist. And I can't believe we have, like, a new imaginary friend in the final episode. Like, aren't there so many we could be referencing? But then again, there's so many references I can't even keep track. Especially toward the end, it gets insane.
It's too late. He's already ruined the painting. Paint another picture?
And the guy accidentally paints Blue in the image, and honestly, I think that's such a funny joke. One of the things that Mac wants to do is hang out with Pizza Party from the Rockstar episode, which is so funny because they're like, let's write a song together, and we actually go to the garage to do it, so that was a fun reference. To do stuff they've never done before, which I count as a reference because in the episode where none of the friends were in the home, they were trying so hard to make best of their time, and they were just going crazy with it. So that feels like a very similar plot. I like that we reference it. The next reference is Blue trying to come up with something to do with Mac, and he's like, let's make a movie together, referencing the episode where they literally made the movie together.
We already made a movie. It was called T-Rexatron Alien Wolf 3, a prequel in time, The Unrelenting.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Mac even says the name of the whole movie, which should be a long minute in itself. From this point on, they come at you like speedy, these references. So next we have Blue bringing in the treasure map, also from the episode where they were left home alone. We get the bullying character from season 2, which was so long ago, and he was like barely in the background, so this is kind of cool. The little jokester character with the bag over his head, haven't seen him since like season 1. Blue tries to compete with all this stuff, and he dresses up as Orlando Blue, which is actually an awesome reference. I just don't know why his handkerchief isn't colored in here. Oh, maybe because it's dark. Never mind. But yeah, I love this character. One of my favorites. He's on the thumbnail for one of my videos. He brings out the squeaker box, the little toy that they fought over in season 2. One of my favorite seasons. Oh, and this is the part I was talking about. He names 6 references in an instant, right here.
Or we can start a newspaper, or go to the mall, or go camping, or build an indoor water slide, or post embarrassing footage of Herriman on the internet, or go to Europe.
Blue, we did all those things too. Except Europe.
And honestly, I love these references. Like, they're so small, but like, I love that they're talking about them. Then they reference another thing that's not actually from Foster's. They say, let's jump the shark, which is a common term in sitcoms when they have their best episode and never come back from it. Like, the show just declines from then on out, which I would argue happens at the very beginning of the season until this episode came along. Honestly, this surprised me a lot. It's so impressive. But yeah, they go to the back pool and they're trying to jump a shark, but Blue can't even find a shark. It's ridiculous. Frankie comes in and there's a reference to Mac's crush on her when she's like, let's go talk to each other.
Well, when you guys are finished, I need to see Mac. Alone.
See me? Alone? You can see me now.
And oh my gosh, so she brings him to the other room, and this part confuses me because she shows him a surprise party, which by the way is another reference because Mac doesn't like surprise parties, from season 4.
Sorry, Mac. I know you hate surprise parties, but I couldn't resist.
And everybody's saying goodbye to him. Aw, it's actually really sad to think this is happening. Like, he's never gonna come back here again? I don't believe it. Goo comes in for a second, which is another reference. I never realized how little she actually is in the entirety of the show until now. I feel like it's like between 6 and 8 episodes. Like, what? Especially since there's like 78 total. Like, can you imagine? I like that we get some more characters.
Hello, aquarium. Yes, I'd like to rent a shark for 4 seconds, although we may want to jump it twice. Better make it 8. Hello?
Another reference is Madam Foster's old friends showing up. The ones from the bowling alley, from the Going to Europe episode, and they even have motorcycles, which I don't remember that reference. Then in one giant shot, we have so many references. We have the Prince Charming friend from the Frankie Crush episode, the chimp from the Bubblegum episode, the old man from the Adopt-a-thon episode, Frit and Frat from the hotel episode, the episode where they're all fighting over the same room, the little imaginary friend in the jumpsuits there. I can't believe how much they packed into one single image. This is why it's like so stressful after a while. I know this little boy's been in it before, but I kind of can't remember off the top of my head. Then in the next shot, we have the little doll from Destination Imagination, the red brick guy from When Terrence Dreamed Him Up, the multiple eye guy from Sight for Sore Eyes. Then we got Blue bringing in Eduardo's tricycle from the Cuckoo for Cocoa Cards episode. But yeah, plot-wise, Blue embarrasses himself trying to get Mac's attention, and it just hasn't worked this entire episode. He's looking worse and worse.
Then I'll walk and jump the shark!
He's just trying not to be selfish like he's been told he was in the past, which, yeah, he definitely is. And yeah, he thinks his one opportunity is putting something on this card, which doesn't end up working out, so he writes on the front. Wow, what a jerk. Then on this card, we have like a million references. Bloopy Pants, Sam Burger, Bendy, the Little Peas. Honestly, I can't even like count these ones. I've been trying to, but it's not working out. Let's just assume this is like plus 10. After one last tantrum from Blue, we learn that Mac isn't actually moving super far. He's moving to the same complex and just a different room. Oh my gosh.
What?
But I saw you with boxes and Mr. Herriman said...
No, I mean, I'm moving, but I'm not moving away. It's just to another apartment in my building.
Oh, did I fail to mention that key detail?
And then we have one final reference at the very, very end where Mac admits that somebody has to move into Foster's home. And guess who that is? The character that is the last line in the entire series.
She's moving somewhere that doesn't allow imaginary friends. So...
Our personal favorites, everybody. Cheese.
Now we're brother roomies!
I'm sorry, but this is not okay.
Then in one final meta reference, they play the theme song backwards to make it look like it's being undrawn, and it's honestly giving me an existential crisis, so I'm gonna have to end it here. All around, a really cool artistic choice, and even having some of the original promo images is something Craig McCracken did at the credits with a little thank you, and honestly, it's so sweet and reminds me of like watching this all growing up. I can't believe how many references they put in here. It's just such an impressive episode. Like, do you guys remember seeing this at all, or is this one that passed you by? Because I know the 5th season was like kind of a hit or miss at a lot of different parts, and I would say most of it is miss, but this one just really took home the cake and ended on a really positive note for me. So I'm super happy that we could end celebrating. And that's how the episode ends. What a crazy way to end it. I'm sad we didn't get to see Duchess of all people. Like, there were so many things we didn't see, but hey, the references definitely outbeat those. So yeah, that was the series finale of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Oh my gosh, if you guys haven't already, I checked out every individual season of Foster's Home, all in individual season retrospectives. I'm gonna put out a complete series, like 5-hour deep dive out soon, so please show your love and support by hyping that up, and thank you guys so much for subscribing to Johnny 2000s and here, Johnny Tunes, and I will see you guys next time.